minutes green color, 5 minutes yellow, 6 red.
And then can I have the project objective for level 1 speech?
Perhaps I can give it because this is according to the new pathway.
Yeah, yes.
So this is a new speech for everyone. This is level 1, speech 2, which is about doing research on something. So it's to find a credible source and then make a speech about something that you found credible, something like that. So it's basically an icebreaker speech as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Hi, my name is Zubia, and I love languages. So today my speech is going to be about language, and I'm a psychology student and a mass comm student. So right now I'm very into cognitive language psychology. Don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. Let me give you some background as to why I chose this topic, because I'm Pakistani, so my language is Urdu, which is my mother's tongue, and Urdu is a very poetic, lyrical language, which is used even in Hollywood and Lollywood, which is the Pakistani Bollywood. So it's a very easy on the ears kind of language, but I did not grow up learning Urdu formally. I actually learned Malay. So I learned a lot of languages through my grandmother, like Punjabi, Urdu, and then I learned Malay, and I learned a bit of Arabic. So for me, language itself is very, very interesting. And because I'm learning psychology nowadays, I thought I'd share some science facts with you guys. So today I'll be sharing with you 2 language hypotheses that we've learned that are very interesting. And I think it's part of pop science as well, so if you know, all the better for you. So the first is the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis, and the second is going to be how your cognition changes when you learn new languages. So first, let's talk about the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. It is one of the main, very big hypotheses or a theory that is actually used in a lot of mass comm, psychology, sociology, and it's by 2 people named Sapir and Whorf. Yeah, so this is what it says. So the hypothesis is, nature of language can affect the way people think. So what does that mean? That means that if I have a word for something in my language, then I can think about it. But if I do not have a word in my language, that doesn't exist in my society. So I'll give you 3 examples to kind of prove this point. The first is a Russian example. So as you can see in this textbook of mine that I've been reading too much nowadays, there are a lot of colors of blue. And in each color of blue, or shade of blue, the Russians have a name for each one of them. And I know in interior decoration we might have different colors like sapphire or aqua or what, but those are not blues used in everyday conversation. Everyday conversation we just have blue. But the Russians, they have a name for each of this blue. So what that means is that when it comes to categorizing these colors, or when it comes to conversation, they exist more to them than they do to us. Is everybody with me so far? Yeah? Okay, so let's move on to the second example. The second example is from Iceland. Now we know Iceland has a lot of ice. Sorry, Eskimos. Eskimos have a lot of ice. And the Eskimos actually have 200 words for ice or snow. And as normal, regular English-speaking people, and so far being in the tropical area, what do we have words for ice? Snow, snowfall, ice. Anyone want to make a guess? No? Okay, so basically we have very limited words for ice. But because the Eskimos live in the ice, they have names for wet ice, dry ice, just fallen down ice, all ice, ice under the sea, ice far away, ice near, ice that has greater crystallization, ice that has less. So for them, the conversation about ice is a lot more deeper than mine and your conversation about ice. So perhaps they could be having a conversation about the ice that is at the lowest part of the ocean and the way it affects the sea life, but we cannot have a conversation because that concept, because it's not in our language, doesn't exist for us. Am I getting an aha moment? Yes? Okay, the third aha moment is going to be an example from an African tribe. So these psychologists and sociologists, they went to Africa and they found a tribe that doesn't have the word stutter. So you know how some people are born and they stutter? So because they don't have the word stutter in their language, none of them stutter. Interesting, right? So because it doesn't exist in your language, it doesn't exist for you. That is the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. Everybody okay? Yes? Okay, this was a very aha moment for me, so I thought I'd share with everyone. Because just in an everyday conversation, you could be like, Sapir-Whorf says, So yeah, that's the first part of language. The second part of language that I like is brain development that happens when you learn different languages. Like about 200 years ago, people actually believed that if you learn another language, you learn more than 2 languages, you'll get cancer and you'll die. So that's true. And my textbook says that that was believed many, many years ago. But now, thanks to research, we're finding out the benefits of learning more than 1 language. And this is shown by people paying lots of money to have their kids learn new languages. And I'm going to share with you a little bit of science that I'm learning nowadays. It's about brain development. So what happens when you exercise a part of your mind? Let's say your hippocampus. Your hippocampus is located around here. If I'm wrong, please, I'm in second sem. So the hippocampus, what it does is, it stores memory. It is in charge of your intelligence, concentration. So when you learn a new language, you're exercising the hippocampus. So the hippocampus develops more, and it actually increases in size. So when the hippocampus increases in size, then your intelligence will increase, your memory will increase, and your concentration will increase. So all these are just small benefits of learning a new language. So that's why I personally am very excited about how languages can affect you from a societal level as well as a physiological level and in terms of cognitive thinking. So I think that's going to be all for me today. Have a nice day. Thank you.